Hey, Dr. Libby here. One of my favorite things to do is to take complex topics and try to break them down into simple, easy to understand terms. The great thing about the internet today is there's so much information out there, but the trouble is, how do you sort through that information and um, know who to trust and filter it down into actionable results that you can use for yourself and for your health? And so hormones are a confusing topic. And if you ask lots of different doctors or healthcare providers, you're going to get lots of different recommendations about hormones. And my recommendations about hormones have changed over the years, but I started learning about natural bioidentical hormones shortly after I got out of medical school. I realized that my education conventionally was pretty limited when it came to hormones. Basically, the premise was if they're young and they're having hormonal issues, give them the birth control pill. And if they're old and they're having hormonal issues, give them hormone replacement therapy. But both of these options are synthetic hormonal options, and they both have complications. And so although we did use those from time to time, I was seeking more natural, safer approaches for my patients, even back at the beginning of my family medicine career. So the truth is, when patients' hormones are balanced and not all over the place, they feel great. So when I say balanced, I mean they need to be in balance with each other, and then we don't want them up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So before girls start their period, and then after women are completely on the other side of menopause, that's pretty easy to achieve, right? The hormone levels are consistently low. And since they're all low, they're in balance with each other. And since they're no longer cycling or haven't yet started cycling, there are no fluctuations. But there's a big chunk of our life to live between those two extremes, right? And we want to feel good during those years as well. So, how do we address hormonal issues in everyone else, right? So the truth is, in menstruating women, the hormones are supposed to cycle. We've got a 28-day cycle and it's supposed to be different on different days, but they're supposed to be balanced with one another. So it's normal during your menstrual cycle to feel a little bit more tired as you're nearing starting your period. That's normal. Okay. It's not normal to have really bad PMS, acne, mood swings, heavy periods, clots. That's not normal. That's a sign of a hormonal imbalance. And the question is, in conventional medicine, the diagnosis is you have a hormonal imbalance. In functional medicine, the answer is, well, why in the heck do you have a hormonal imbalance? There's always a reason, right? Hormones don't get out of whack for no reason at all. So, what are the reasons? Well, I thought of five just off the top of my head. The first one is adrenal fatigue. So, your body is wired and it very much wants to survive and reproduce. Both of those are strong internal drive. However, if stress is high and survival feels threatened, then our ability to reproduce becomes suppressed. Our sex hormones get suppressed in favor for cortisol, our survival hormone. And this leads to many fluctuations of the hormones. So that is a big cause. So for women who are anywhere between 15 and 50, I generally think it's worth having your adrenals tested. They're hardly ever normal, and fixing them can balance a lot of things out where you can not just survive, but also thrive. The second root cause that I find often when it comes to hormonal imbalances is toxins. We're all exposed to toxins. It's part of the deal for living in this modern day world. But many toxins look very similar to estrogen. This is called xenoestrogens. And these toxins bind to estrogen receptors, which makes our body perceive it has more estrogen. So this disrupts the balance between the estrogen and progesterone and leads to hormonal imbalances. The third cause is insulin resistance. Now, this would be seen with diabetes and polycystic ovarian syndrome and other things as well. But in insulin resistance, the androgens go up and the estrogen actually goes down. But the binding globulin the estrogen binds to, also goes down, which leads to an increased free estrogen. And so the balance of hormones really get off with insulin resistance. The fourth reason is gut issues. The microbiome, which is the good gut bacteria, along with the liver, they're responsible for processing the hormones, getting them out of your body and helping you detoxify. And so if the gut isn't healthy, this will lead to hormonal imbalances as well. And the fifth root cause is menopause. So if you're in menopause, the root cause is your ovaries don't work anymore. They're not making hormones anymore. Now, you may have some of those other causes as well, but that's just the fact of the matter. And you can feel better with hormones, supplementation after menopause, but there's other reasons to take hormones too, even if you aren't feeling bad. So those are the root causes: adrenal fatigue, toxins, insulin resistance, gut issues, and menopause. And if you are in menopause, then it's up to you as to whether you want to replace these hormones or not. I believe in replacing the hormones in people who are interested as naturally as possible and in low doses. We don't want to get them too high, but getting them in the nice normal range with safe, natural hormones can really help you feel better, but have other health benefits as well. So I have a handout and it explains the top 10 reasons why you should replace estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And I'm going to just tell you a couple of top reasons as to why I think it's really important. So, estrogen, for one, it improves hot flashes, night sweats, and menopausal symptoms. So, if you're having those, estrogen really will help. It also is the best thing to preserve your bone density. It decreases your risk of Alzheimer's disease. It decreases your risk of heart disease. And it improves your energy and metabolism too. All amazing things, right? Now, progesterone is also important. We think of progesterone in pregnancy. Progestation, it's a pregnancy hormone. But the truth is, we need it after pregnancy too. Having a normal progesterone level will help decrease anxiety, again, improve your memory, just like the estrogen does. It can improve headaches, it can improve your sleep, and it can definitely improve PMS as well. All great things for progesterone treatment. And then testosterone. We think of testosterone in men, really important in men, but also very important in women as well. And so having a normal testosterone level will improve insulin sensitivity and decrease your body fat, increase your muscle mass, improve your mood, and improve your libido. So lots of reasons to consider having your hormones in the appropriate level imbalanced. As with anything in functional medicine, it's get to the root cause first and fix it. And then, if you're menopausal or if that's not fully fixing it, then consider hormone supplementation. If you're interested in seeing this handout that I've created about hormones, email us at hello@bestlifefunctionalmedicine.com and we'll send it to you right away. Have a great day.